My take on Express Pho for Pesco-Vegetarians. Let's see how easy it is for you to cook yourself this light, flavorful, and healthy Pesco-Vegetarian pho. First, you can use a spice infuser if you want. 1.5 golf ball-sized ginger with skin, 5 cardamom pods, 6 star anises, half teaspoon of cane sugar, 2 cinnamon sticks, 2 tablespoons of dry coriander seeds, 90 milliliters or 3 ounces of pure fish sauce, 3 fresh medium-sized onions. Wash, then partially cut in two. Believe it or not, but these outer dried papery layers have a distinctive flavor perfect for the pho broth. Wash by brushing the ginger skin, then crush it just enough to flatten. A pestle is an easy tool to use. Or the side of a big knife blade is doable too, just enough to flatten. Fill the pot with 4 liters of water. Put 3 onions with skin, partially cut in two, of course. Then put in all the rest of the ingredients. Once broth is boiling, decrease the heat to medium, keeping this pot fully covered. After 30 minutes, turn off the heat. While the broth simmers for 30 minutes, let's prepare the solid pho ingredients. So use a very sharp knife to cut 3 fresh green onions, and let's create some fancy flowers with these end parts of the green onions. It's optional though. Isn't it lovely? So if you feel like it, just do it. So a sharp knife is very important. Let's make the third one. But again, these flowers are optional. You can only chop 3 to 5 millimeter slices. Diagonally, if you feel artistically inspired. Again, a sharp blade would be ideal to prevent mashed and watery slices. So 3 to 5 millimeter slices. Thinly slice 1 onion or 3 shallots, about 1 to 2 millimeter thick. 3 tablespoons of fresh peeled ginger. Slice in thin julienne pieces. We can either have julienne pieces or a grated ginger, a grater here, or thin julienne. Next, one of the secrets of the pho aroma is right here. We need 1 teaspoon of finely shredded fresh Kaffir lime leaves. I suggest you shred a good quantity and store it in the freezer. It will be ready to serve for various recipes such as this pho. My fastest trick is to use a high-powered blender. Let's see. Wow. Okay, a little bit more shredded. Okay, I think it's ready now. Oh my god, the aroma is magical, not to mention the rich nutrients it contains. So save about 1 teaspoon of this shredded kaffir lime leaves and store the rest in the freezer. A perfect, ready to sprinkle, super flavorful ingredient. Okay. We need 2½ carrots peeled and cut thinly like these. As for this total amount of sliced carrots, the volume of the water is 1/4 of it. Make sure to bring the water to a rapid boil before adding the carrots. Stir often to evenly cook the veggies. I recommend not to overcook it. Are the carrots still a little bit crunchy? Yes. Then perfect. Ready to set aside. I highly recommend you to see my whole steam boil method for vegetables. But this is just a brief demonstration of my steam boil method. Now the same principle for the 5 cups of sliced bok choy. As for the total amount of it, the volume of the water is 1/4 of it, and we want the water to boil before adding the veggies. And stir often to evenly cook the bok choy. Great, not too cooked please. It should be a little bit crunchy or if you want al dente. Done. So here's dried pho noodles. Dried rice vermicelli, which we're not going to use for this pho recipe, right? I just pre-soaked 300 grams of pho noodles here for 1 hour. You can see how softened they get. Let's drain. So approximate the amount of noodles you wish to cook. Pour triple the amount of water into a big pot. And only when water is at a rapid boil, add the noodles to the water. This step is quite fast. Gently stir the noodles, and when they are cooked al dente, immediately drain them. It takes only 30 seconds or less. Let's drain. So use a heat-resistant strainer. So lift noodles for a few times to cool down and release the hot steam for 15 seconds. That's it. It's ready to serve. Sorry if you see beef here. My laziness made me use the beef shooting for this part because the steps are very similar. Just don't add any meat. That's it. As you can see, place each bowl side by side next to the broth. Fill 1/3 of each bowl with noodles. These decorative flowers. Two tablespoons of green onion slices. Add 1/3 cup of steam-boiled carrot slices and 3/4 cup of steam-boiled bok choy. Half tablespoon of julienne sliced or grated ginger. 1/4 cup of finely shredded onions or shallots. 1/4 teaspoon of finely shredded kaffir lime leaves. Very important to bring the broth to a rapid boil before pouring it in each bowl. It's one of the secrets of a successful pho. To prevent burns, do not hold the bowl while pouring. For the final seasoning and topping to taste, from your right to your left, you can add some fresh coriander, fresh thorny coriander, mint leaves, Thai basil, red Thai chili paste or fresh, nước mắm, and of course, fresh lemon or lime juice. As for me, while I eat this Pesco-Vegetarian pho, I feel the thrill of pleasure going all the way to my toes.